Hey guys, welcome to another episode of El Jefe's Chopshop. This week we're going to be combining a bunch of clips from the last probably 2 weeks and working on the backyard. So if you enjoyed the episode a couple of weeks ago where I worked on the backyard and got a whole bunch of stuff done, a whole bunch of different random stuff, you'll probably like this one too. And if you didn't like it, can you watch it anyway? Alright, so in this video there's not a whole lot to address. As the video goes on, I kind of talk about what I'm doing, so there's no point talking over it. So let's just get into it. Go back to a couple of weeks ago. Alright, so it's Sunday still. The boys are here, and they got wood with my truck. Got wood, James?
Yeah, got wood.
Yeah. There's allegedly too much on there. We didn't drive it on the road. It's only in my backyard. I don't know where it came from. Jim's car's here. I'm gonna shovel that rubble and clean it all up. And then we got the Land Rover and buggy over here. So it's gonna be a long day of cutting for those guys and a long day of cleaning and organising for me. This is silly. There you go. Nice. So the boys have cut that tree up, got that stump left. They're going to come in the next day or two and finish that off. They've left me a little pile of wood apparently. Got the landy and the go-kart thing out of the way. This pile needs to go on Facebook and get advertised. Got a bit of a swamp going on because I've washed the driveway down, which is a bit annoying. A small pile that I need to move over there of just dirt. And then I just need to clean this up and tidy that edge up and stuff. I'll try and get concrete sooner rather than later. But it's all coming along pretty good. Got the CRV tucked around the corner there with a tarp on it, so the shed's sort of free again. I'll do a bit more cleaning up tonight / tomorrow. And then I need to sort out down here and dig out all of that stuff up the back there and make it a bit nicer. And then I also need to finish this garden over here. Put the beds in and get some good soil and stuff. So I'm absolutely knackered. My back is screaming at me just from wandering around and doing the whacker packing and sweeping and stuff. But I'm pretty happy with how we're going so far. It's got a bit of mess in here to clean up. But we do have a space now the CRV is moved. Alright, so slow start for this morning. Needed a bit of a rest. So I moved that small pile of dirt that we dug up yesterday. Just cleaned a little bit of the lawn. So what I'm going to do now is move the Camry, hopefully up here, and then I need to try and finish this edge. So I'm going to cut it back with a shovel, put in those concrete sleepers, and then finish the edge nicely, put these raised garden beds onto the triangle section. So I'll dig into that and hopefully we can get somewhere. Nathan and James left this stump on my truck. That actually worked pretty well. Alright, it's been a few hours. Got the Camry moved, which is nice. Got the stump off the truck, which is super handy. Now I can actually drive the truck places. And then I've got 2 of the 3 concrete sleepers in place and cleaned up quickly the stuff in front. So I need to cut this one, but I don't want to get covered in concrete dust right now. So I'm just going to leave it for tomorrow. So I need to cut probably a foot off the end of it and then slot it into place and then finish that up. Em's going to be home soon and we'll work out where she wants to put these garden beds, and it's all coming together pretty good. So it's just really been a day of cleaning up. I need to move all this stuff obviously, and I'm going to try and get the Camry into the shed, so I'm going to move some stuff over there and just sort of taking it easy, and we'll get into it again tomorrow. Alright, the boys are here cleaning up their mess and I'm working on the Camry. So it's Wednesday. Yesterday the boys came and chopped up that stump and took the rest to the dump. So they left me a huge pile of wood, which is super handy because they've got a 30th coming up. And then I have cleaned up as best I can just along here. This holding water is annoying me, and I know it's annoying Jacob. just run a string line for the concrete patch through there, just so I know roughly what's going on. So it'll be roughly that line and then a metre back, so that should be nice. And then I have finished this section over here, so I cut the angle on that plinth and then got it in place. That last one's a little bit saggy because I had to try and meet up with the concrete and I didn't plan ahead when I was over there. So it's a start and it's all clean. We know where we want to put these garden beds, so those two are staying there. That third one is going to get replaced with a full size, and the two, we're going to get another little one and put 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 here, and then we've got the compost bin thingy over there. So this will be a bit of a garden pretty soon. So what I need to do now is clean up down here, because there is a bunch of rubble in the second small garden bed. So I need to get the garden bed out and get the rubble out, because the rubble is going to go in the bottom of these things atop the weed mat, just to hold it all down and give a little bit of like a water level thingy. And then there's a bunch of other stuff down here I need to organise and clean up. No idea where we're going to put the bricks, that's another problem. And all the tin is actually for the fence. There's a big pile of good stuff under there somewhere. So that's the next job. Alright, I got distracted again, so I've run the string this way, and then it's actually 4.5 meters, makes this reasonably square. It's obviously not square at that corner and it's not square at this corner, but that's about as much as I'm willing to bring the gate across, and about as square as I'm happy with. So obviously if I brought it over here a bit more, it would be square-er, but that's just going to have to do because the rest of the yard isn't square and this is the best I can do. So you end up with a fence about here, running the whole way through, 4.5 meter gate, nice big slidey boy over there, and then coming up to this corner the fence will run to the split in the concrete, and then I'll have a little PA door here, which is quite a wide PA door, but that's what I'm after, or PA gate I should say. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, so today Emily's off work. We've got 3 of the garden beds in their final place, and we have put the rubble and stuff which was in that garden bed into here with some weed mat, so that's going to hold them there for now. We'll get some better soil shortly. We've got 1 more of these. We need to get 1 more small one and 1 more big one, which we found at Bunnings. Started emptying this side of the house, which I really don't want to do because my fence is down there. So I'm going to get all of this out and get all the weeds sorted and put it all somewhere else. And then we've got a bunch of bricks and stuff. So I'll deal with that later. And then the next thing to do is move the firewood somewhere that's going to be nice and dry, so that by the time I want to use it, it's actually dry. And then that'll be good. Then we also went to the concrete guy again and got 3 more plinths to finish off the backyard and the front yard. So a bunch of those need to go out the front, but they are really hard to cut in half, so I've been ignoring it a little bit. And I'm just going to move this wood, and then I can get to the crown shelves, and then I can do the crown shelves when I have another day off. And then we posted the dirt on Facebook and have had no biters. So if you'd like some dirt, let me know. Concrete's happening. I've organised it with the guy. It's going to be a week or 2, but that's going to happen soon. So it's all coming together pretty quick. Alright, it's about 8:30 in the morning. I went to Bunnings this morning, grabbed some poles and some concrete, because at about 10 o'clock last night Dad decided to convince me to put poles in for the fence before I put the concrete in. And I know he's right, because it is going to be better, but I didn't want to do it. But now I have today to do it, otherwise the concrete's going to happen, and I'm not going to get them done. So I've got 5 posts, so 1 at this end, 1 at that end, and then 3 evenly spaced in the middle. So I'm going to start here and just get working, I guess. Try and get this thing concreted in. Alright, so you might be thinking, wow, this guy's got a lot of skills. He knows how to make a fence. He knows how to fix a car. I don't. I'm just broke and need to do it myself. So first hole dug, it's about 600 mil from the concrete, so that gives me 1500 up top, and the fence panels are 1800, so you'll have about a foot up the top. So as long as I run that rail right up top, it should be sweet. I'll get this one in, and then I need to run the string line. It's all kind of on the right angle. Seems pretty good. And then once the fence is actually done, I'll build a gate, probably hinging off of that guy or hinging off of here. I'm not too sure yet. But the string line I'm happy with, and it's all straight and everything, so I'll fill that with concrete, So move about 2 meters that way, dig it out, put the next pole in. So let's just keep moving. All right, so I got the second pole in and it is 4.5 meters from the shed. So there'll be a nice big gap here to drive through. And then I've got it running a string line from the top of this one to the top of that one. Seems pretty level. Got it in line with the string down here and got the pieces of RHS just clamped to it to hold it. Oh. Just gonna let these dry for a minute, let the concrete go off. Then I need to dig 3 more holes, so evenly spaced through there for the last 3 poles. And then that's all I actually have to do on the fence today. I don't think I'll get any more done because I don't have the concrete, which is happening during the week. Then I need to focus on getting all the stuff out from down the side of the house. So it's happening, it's just slow. And digging in clay absolutely sucks. All right, so Dad rocked up and I put the phone down and we got some work done. So it's been a long time. It's now like 2:30. But we got the 5 posts in, so they're all concreted. They're pretty level, pretty square, close enough and good enough. For those who want to argue about it on the internet, it's pretty close. So pretty happy with those. Got them clamped still just to let them go off a bit harder. It's just started bucketing down when we were doing the last one, so we managed to get that done, but we also got soaked. So that's where the fence is going to be. And we've got a 4.5 meter gap. And then my mate rocked up and checked out the levels for the concrete, so it's going to be about 140 mil over the whole thing. So 140 mil is good because everything else back here is quite thick anyway, so if I were to break any of the concrete, it'd be annoying to break the driveway. So pretty happy with all of that. Can't do much more until the concrete happens, which is probably not a bad thing because I am knackered. And then we got 4 barrels full of dirt, so I need to put those on the truck after I help Jackson move house tomorrow. And then we still got a large pile, so getting there, tidying up. I also have my stepmom's car now, so need to sell that for her. So I've just got a bit on, really. Come next weekend, we should be able to breathe a little bit more. Stupid stock wheels. But yeah, going from this point here, straight to that pole. So you'll be able to drive like straight through here and straight down the driveway. Pretty good. I'm super keen. I could probably start making that gate, I guess, but I'm not doing that right now. Well, I'm glad we got those poles in, because that is a lot of water. Alright, it's a new day. So Saturday we did the poles. Sunday I helped Jackson move house and organise his garden. Monday I went to work, came home and fell asleep pretty much straight away because I was absolutely knackered. And then Tuesday I went to work, came home, shoveled a bunch of dirt into the trailer and got the 44 gallon drums up here and cleaned some stuff up. Today is Wednesday and I need to dig out 2 IBCs from the back of there, get on the truck and then fill them with dirt. Take them up to my mate's house and then unload them. So it's going to be a lot of shoveling today and I'm not really ready for it, but I have to do it. So got a fair bit left, taking a fair bit away, so that's kind of nice. Let's get digging. Alright, so it shouldn't be too hard. So got all of this stuff in the way and the IBCs are around the back here. So one's full of storage containers and one's full of CRV parts. So I'll go for the storage container one first. It should be a bit easier. Hopefully we can get it on the truck pretty quick. Alright, so I dug out the storage container IBC. So that's the easy one. The next one's going to be a bit of a pain. So I need to reshuffle all of this so that I can actually get the IBC on there and tie it all down. So let's do that now. Alright, I moved the truck so it's not as nice of a transition as I was hoping. But I got the barrel moved, so there's 2 up the front. The IBC is about half full. Been shoveling for like an hour. And then this one's back here, slowly chipping away at the dirt and just filling up buckets and then chucking it on the truck. So we're getting there. So the plan is to fill this guy up, go grab the other IBC, put it here, and then put this barrel back here, fill that IBC up, shove everything down, go to the tyre shop, hopefully not have a whole lot of dirt left, and then we can go to my mate's place and undo all of the dirt loading. So I'm knackered already and got probably about 3 times as much left as I have already done. So it's going to be a long morning. Alright, I've shoveled almost a full IBC of dirt. I've got one more IBC to go. I've got to dig that out from behind the shed. Stopping for some fruit. So this is called a lemonade, or a sweet lemon, which my neighbour gave me, and I had one of these when I was in like year 7, so like 15 years ago. Longer than that. And I haven't been able to find them since, and my neighbour handed me one over the fence the other day. And they're so good. Anyway, back to shoveling. This absolutely blows. I have to start this one shortly. Alright, a couple of mates rocked up just as I was finishing the second IBC, so they gave me a hand, which was super helpful because I was absolutely worn out. So now let's drive to my mate's place and unload it all. Alright, so you might be wondering where I'm taking all this dirt. A mate of mine, Shawnee, thank you very much to him for letting me dump the dirt at his house. He's got a fair amount of property and wants to build some more flat land so he can put some more sheds in. So this small amount of dirt to him is a large amount of dirt to me, so I really appreciate him letting me get rid of it. So let's dig into Shawnee's. I'm going to put a subtitle on the video. You might be able to understand what I'm saying, but the machinery and stuff is very loud, so I'll subtitle it anyway. Alright, we're at the other end. Hopefully this forklift lifts this dirt. Success! That's so much faster than doing it by hand. This is so much better than using a shovel.
And then keep going. Keep her going.
Yeah, just watch out for that, man. Nice. Keep going. Yeah. So we got the Fisher Price forklift bogged. Time to crack out the old dog. There is no room between this shed and the forklift, but he's giving it a shot. I don't know if you can hear any of this, but hopefully you can. Just a little nip. This is probably the worst way to move dirt ever. This is way easier than a shovel. Alright, if any of you are wondering how much dirt is left, we've got this small pile here. So hopefully a trailer load and the same as what I did before, the IBCs and the 44 garden drums, is enough. But we may have a little bit left over, which is fine. But it's a lot of shoveling, and that took me probably 2 days to fill the load last time when I took it up to Shawnee's. So I need some free time to shovel some dirt again. And also if the rain could go away and this could dry it out a little bit, that would make it a whole lot easier. Alright, so that's all I've had time for this week. That last clip was on, I think, Wednesday. It's now Saturday night. I've been at work pretty much all week, so it's been pretty hard to film anything. In saying that, I don't know what I'm going to do next week because I'm not going to have much time between now and then to film anything. So if you've got any suggestions on short stuff that you'd like me to talk about or explain about or go into more depth, I can show you some stuff on the cars I've done previously. Let me know. If not, you'll get either me shoveling for 10 minutes or maybe a compilation of random stuff that I've found on the computer. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.